Player.
Player. And if we lose, we're gonna go beat that kid up. That's all in. We're all in. The two most popular for first cycles ever that could ever be taken.
I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Congratulations, Mark Plummer.
Hey yo, good morning YouTube. Welcome to a redo video of going over testosterone at a 3rd grade level. I posted this video last week. It started to get massive traction, but you know when you're kind of retarded?
It seems we both got autism, haven't we?
That's me. Like, I don't have it, but like I kind of have it. I'm kind of retarded. And like, I would never like call a retard because that's crazy. But you would call somebody that's like not a retard because you're being retarded. You know what I'm saying? My brain was like mixing up some of the esters and I knew what I was trying to say, but what came out of my mouth wasn't what it was supposed to say. So I need to redo this video so I can make sure that it's perfect because knowledge is power.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
I'm also hyped up today, as you can see, because I had a little roid rage incident about 4 months ago and I smashed my toaster to bits and I've been too poor to afford it because I just need more people using code MARK. Acne Tech Skincare, next level. I got it too. Ah, fuck! I almost fucking broke it again. That was so fucking hot. And why would a toaster be that fucking hot on the side of it? Anyways, I got a toaster. I'm hyped the fuck up today. We're just having 2 scoops of Gorilla Mine protein, and then we're having a bagel. Kind of burnt the fuck out of it. And then we're doing the supplementation because you know your boy's on his health grind right now. I feel good. I look good. We're pushing the diet to a new level. Collagen, greens. Bro, this is gonna be the weirdest, like chocolate protein, greens and fruit punch, whatever. Fuck ton of health supplements here. Beef liver tabs, just for the extra minerals. Cortisol and Gorilla Mind for stress, because your boy's stressed the fuck out. AM fat burner, get that felt mat. AM fat burner, get that. AM fat burner, get that melt. AM fat burner, get that felt melt. AM fat burner, get that fat melt. Fuck! AM fat burner, get that fat melting right away. Fucking nailed it. CoQ10, general health. Fish oils, general health. Milk thistle, keep your liver healthy. Multivitamin, honestly not a necessity, but they make it, so I'm gonna take it just to make sure I'm not deficient in anything. L-carnitine, because you guys know L-carnitine. 3 grams of panthetic acid. Acne Attack Skincare Soap. Keeping a good pH balance and keeping your injections frequent, gonna eliminate almost all acne, guaranteed. Astragalus root, general health. Maca, to try to make my small dick bigger. Ashwagandha, because I'm kind of in like a long distance relationship and I don't wanna feel anything. I wanna be numb inside. I can't deal with it. Gonna take all these pills. We got a busy day, going to the post office. Gotta drop off all the orders because yesterday was a holiday. So we only have these orders because I'm waiting on the shipment. So if you did order anything from any of the sites, please just give like a 2 or 3 day little grace period. I do my absolute best to compete with all the Indians at Amazon, but unfortunately, I just can't. I just can't do it sometimes. There needs to be like a 3 or 4 day waiting period sometimes after you purchase things because sometimes there's delays and I don't have a private jet that I can just overnight ship things. I'm apologize in advance for my wrongdoings of not having the private jet or the staff of 10,000 people that can get this out the next day. But no, I'm trying my best. It means the world to me. Like, I cannot thank you guys enough because all of that money is going to Emmanuel. It's going to investing into the businesses. It's going to new launches. You guys know the hats. No pump, no filter, just roids launch on October 15th, and I couldn't be more hyped because like it's like my personal brand. So many people have the hoodies. Now I'm gonna have the hats. We're in process of doing the hoodies again, but actually stitching it, not pressing it. So no matter how many times you wash it, no matter how hard you fucking train, it's gonna be there forever. It will never rip, it will never come off. You could literally have this hoodie for fucking life. And I'm just so hyped about it. That said, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in a couple hours to go over everything you need to know about testosterone. Now, welcome to the comprehensive 3rd grade tutorial on testosterone. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that I'm not a doctor. I have no professional medical background. I am just some random kid that started testosterone at the age of 19 and has made so many mistakes along the way. I just want to show you guys and be as transparent as possible, because when I was 19, there was nobody that was going to talk me out of doing it. And I wish that I had more information, more knowledge, more resources so I could have done it safely. With how popular steroids are getting on social media, on TikTok, they're almost being fantasized. I'm seeing more TikTok and Instagram influencers with ridiculous acne, out of control gyno, looking like water buffaloes than ever before because they don't even have the foundational knowledge of what they're doing. And that is what this video is for. So no matter who you are, I'm going to break this down in a way that every single person can understand. If you want a more comprehensive overview, go to More Plates, More Dates, go to Greg Doucette, but this is gonna give you the basics of what you should do before, during, and after you possibly will start a testosterone cycle. So whether you're on testosterone already and feeling lost, or you're planning to do it in the future, let's get into it. Now, before you ever start testosterone, your body has natural health markers that you want to make sure after you're done the testosterone, your body gets back to. And that is why blood work before you do anything is the most important thing that you can take away from this video. Here are a few things that I highly recommend you get tested, as the testosterone cycle will negatively impact those, and you need to make sure that when you are done, those levels come close or exactly back to where they were before. If you continuously use testosterone higher than a TRT dose and you don't cycle off of it, or you don't let these health markers get back to where they should before you start another cycle, you are setting yourself up for a lot of health complications when you are older. So keep that in mind. You need to understand that it is very hard to do one testosterone cycle and never do it again. Steroids and testosterone is not addictive by any means, but the feeling is addictive. And I am one of the only people to talk about this side. When you are natural, you're great. You're constantly improving. You're constantly getting better, and you can constantly strive to be 100% of yourself. But when you are here, and you take your level to here, when you come back down to your natural, it feels like dog shit. You always crave that higher level again, which is why most people can never just do one testosterone cycle. It's always, well, when can I go back on? When can I do it the next time? So keep this in mind, that if you decide to go this route, your entire life is now going to change from being able to eat more protein, for your base metabolic rate increasing, to your recovery increasing, but now for the first time ever, you are not gonna be making ridiculous progress every single day of the year. Your entire year has to be broken down into cycles, because you will do a 3 or 4 month cycle, and then you will have a massive drop of your hormones and testosterone, and your only goal during that time is to bring it back to your natural level, make sure you're healthy, so then you can plan again and hopefully gain again. There is just no getting better all the time, and your diet and training now needs to change for the entire year based off of whether you are on cycle or off cycle. Now, another key thing to note is that you have two options when taking testosterone. You have what is called a blast and cruise, and you also have what is called a coming off TRT. I have always come off. I'm a huge believer that you should teach your body to continue to do what it can do naturally. There's a bigger hormone fluctuation when you come completely off steroids, which opens you up for more acne, more side effects, unstable hormone levels, etc. Now, blasting and cruising means that you will take a higher dose of testosterone, then go down and inject a natural range. So you never have a massive dip of testosterone, but with that said, you will be injecting testosterone for your entire life. And after years and years and years of injecting, if you ever do want to come off, it is going to be 10 times harder than if you did choose just coming off. Taking testosterone, again, for prolonged periods of time or abusing it can negatively impact you having kids. Now, this is only going to be some people. Now, when we go into the side effects and actually taking testosterone, you will notice that every single person is different. I will be different than you. You will be different than your friend. There is no one answer fits all for this, because everyone will react slightly different. Now, for you to understand testosterone fully, you need to know the different types of testosterone. Every testosterone has a different half-life or length it stays in your system. You need to plan your cycle, plan your frequency of injections, and plan basically how you're gonna do the whole thing based off of the type of testosterone you will be taking. Now, you have testosterone suspension. This should never be fucking taken unless you are a high level athlete that knows exactly what you're doing and this is a specific thing you need. But this has a half-life of 2 to 3 hours, which basically means if you were taking this, you would need to inject every 2 or 3 hours throughout the entire day to see any benefits, and the hormone fluctuations you'll get is absolutely insane. It honestly should never really be used. Testosterone propionate has about a half-life of 3 to 4 days, and it is usually lower dosed than every other testosterone because it is fast acting. This is most common for competition bodybuilding because you can remove it so you can lose water retention quicker. But with that said, if you are taking testosterone propionate to maintain a stable hormone level, you would need to inject it every other day at bare minimum. You will have testosterone and estrogen that's just flying high, low, high, low, high, low, and it'll almost be impossible for you to balance the side effects that come with that, unless you do the every other day injection. Now, propionate is usually dosed at 100 or 150 milligrams per cc, which does make it one of the least cost-effective options for testosterone. The two most popular for first cycles ever that could ever be taken is testosterone enanthate or testosterone cypionate. Enanthate has about a 5 to 7 day half-life, and cypionate has about a 10 to 12 day half-life. You honestly could not tell the difference between these two if you were to get tricked into taking one or the other. You would never notice, never feel the difference because most common injection frequency is 2 times a week for this specific testosterone. Some people that are on a low dose testosterone replacement therapy will just do 1 injection a week of CYP. But anyone that is running a real cycle, and I consider a real cycle anywhere from 300 milligrams of testosterone to 500 milligrams of testosterone and above if you are an experienced athlete or competition bodybuilder. But the most popular for first cycles is anywhere between 300 milligrams and 500 milligrams. And the dosage of enanthate and cypionate is both usually either 200 or 250 milligrams per cc. That means when you pull back to the 1 milliliter on your needle, that would be 250 or 200 milligrams of testosterone. So if you were doing 500 milligrams a week and the vial says 250 milligrams per cc, that would be 2 shots a week at 1 milliliter each, because 1 cc and 1 milliliter equals the same thing. Now you have another type of testosterone that is called testosterone undecanate, but that is put into T400 or sustanon. Now these blends will differ depending on what underground lab you're getting, who you're buying it from, who is making it. These are my least favorite testosterones that have ever hit the market. T400 and sustanon is a blend of 3 to 4 different testosterones in one vial, which means you have several different esters and several different testosterones in one injection. Not only is this really hard to balance the side effects that comes with this, you need to inject every other day at bare minimum, or you are going to deal with hormonal based side effects. Now, there are a lot of people out there that can get away with 2 injections a week because you are not prone to any side effects. But because sustanon or T400 has the shortest ester of propionate, which is 2 to 3 days, and the longest ester, which is undecanate, which is 20 plus days. If I were to do 2 shots a week, by the time I hit my second shot, the propionate's out of my system, but all the other stuff is still in. So I'll have a dip of testosterone, then a spike of testosterone, and I will explode in acne. Which brings us into the side effects, because the first cycle I ever did ruined my skin for the rest of my life. I had perfect skin all through high school. I never broke out. I was great. I took testosterone right after high school. I had amazing skin during the entire cycle, but when I came off everything, because there was not enough information on PCT and these hormone fluctuations, my skin broke out to the extremes. And I had to deal with this for over a year and a half. We attempted to run an Accutane cycle, but because I live in Canada, it was absolutely freezing. It was cold. My nose would not stop bleeding to the point that I would have to put tampons up my nose. And when I pulled it out, it would be a faucet of blood. So they completely took me off Accutane and said we couldn't run it. That is why I developed Acne Attack Skincare Soap, which is a black charcoal deep sea mud blend that I customized the formula, as well as did tons of research on learning about hormones, learning about pH levels, and supplementation of 1 gram of panthetic acid 3 times a day, as well as biotin, vitamin D. With the Acne Attack Skincare Soap, that was drying out my skin, as well as the panthetic acid, which helped oil not build up there in the first place, I was able to create this, which isn't perfect, but considering I'm very prone to acne, is amazing for me. We also added coconut oil and shea butter so that it didn't leave your skin feeling so dry. So with that said, guys, you need to make sure that you understand the type of testosterone you're taking and have a balanced hormone level. Now, this is one of the second most important things I will say, because if you have high estrogen, you will get gyno, you will get acne, you will be a water buffalo, and every single person's level is going to differ. If I take 500 milligrams of testosterone, I need to take 1 milligram of Arimidex every day for that level to stay in the 40. Now, a lot of my friends and people that I coach have to take 1 milligram every 3 days, and that keeps their levels in the 40. The only way you're gonna find out if you're taking a proper anti-estrogen is if you do a blood test mid-cycle to see if what you are currently doing is working. A good rule of thumb is if you are doing 500 milligrams of testosterone, you are doing 1 milligram of Arimidex every other day. Now base it off that, but you need to get a blood test to see where the estrogen is, because if it comes back low, then you know that, okay, I can get away with taking a little less. And if it comes back high, you need to take a little bit more. That's the only way you will find out. And with that said, high estrogen and low estrogen have the same side effects. You will feel lethargic. You will feel like you are not recovering properly. You will have no sex drive at all. So this is something that you need to stay on top of. And also, low estrogen is very bad for your health. It will put your heart under extreme amounts of pressure and open you up to blood clots, strokes, heart attacks if you prolong this and do it for too long. So please, if you are on testosterone, please make sure you also understand the estrogen. And if you do understand the estrogen, you will not get gyno as well. You can definitely get gyno from progesterone and prolactin. That is from any 19-nor-based steroid, which we will go over in the future. Any steroids that you guys want me to go over, make sure you drop it in the comments, because after 9 years, I have taken almost everything several times, and I have a lot of experience and a lot of stories. Now, to continue on the possible side effects and what I possibly could have done to mediate them. If you know that you have extreme acne, start lower. You can always increase the dose later. Do not think if you are not responding, you need to increase the dose. I played basketball my entire life. I was a fucking globetrotter. But I stopped growing at 5'7". That's the reality of my situation, and I decided that I could not play basketball as 5'7". That was a reality that had to wake me the fuck up, and that's why I stopped, and that's why I started lifting weights. One of the reasons. If you are taking testosterone, you see these guys all the time that are on steroids that don't even look like they lift. Do not take more steroids. It's not going to do anything. Sure, you might get a little bit better, but the risk is not worth the reward. Accept your fate and pick something else. This is not for everyone. Final thing that I just want to touch on is testosterone will enhance anything you already are. If you are an absolute fucking maniac sociopath, it is going to enhance that. If you are sad, it will enhance that. If you are angry and aggressive, it will enhance that. And if you are happy, it will enhance that. I cannot stress enough, guys, that even on cycle right now, whatever emotion I am feeling, it is heightened because of the steroid use. I am not naive enough to say that steroids will literally make you crazy happy and not be depressed. I joke around about it a lot.
Take test. Say it with me. If you're depressed, take test. Get fucking huge, baby. Let's go.
But you guys have to know the reality of the circumstances, that you need to be in a good mental state going into this. Also, why would you not want to be in a good mental state going into this? Because you only have 12 to 16 weeks on cycle. Anything more, the risks start outweighing the pros. Your body becomes way too toxic. Your receptors start to not be as efficient. Everything starts to crumble. So during that 12 to 16 weeks, everything has to be on fucking point. And if you just broke up with your girlfriend and you're sad and you want to take steroids, and you're gonna start missing meals and missing workouts, and then you need to go talk to her, it's not the fucking time. This is not something that you can just do and half-ass it. Like I said, I didn't want to get into too much detail because I need you guys to just know the basics of what you're getting yourself into. Now, I'm not one to talk negatively or poorly about steroids, because I love steroids. Steroids have built me an entire career. It has built me a very successful merch brand that I started 3 years ago. It has enhanced my YouTube, but at the same time, to this day, guys, I wasn't gonna get deep on this, but like, let's get deep. Like, steroids has ruined a lot of my fucking relationships. Like, not steroids in general, but like powerlifting, bodybuilding, fitness, taking the steroids. Like, it ruined my relationship with my parents for a little bit. It ruined my relationship with a lot of girlfriends because I just couldn't fucking, I wasn't smart. Like, imagine you trying to balance like being young and trying to hustle so hard to be where you think you are, but you hate yourself because you're not where you are. And then you add steroids into this play, and then you just don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I did start like way too young, and it lucked out for me. Like, I got lucky. Even though I put more work into this than anyone could ever imagine, I got lucky in making this my full-time job, because if this failed, I would be left with nothing but 2 gyno surgeries that cost me $17,000, a fucked up back that I literally am uncomfortable taking off my shirt at most places, unless I have a really close group of friends there, because I think everyone's, no matter how good I look, like I looked like this and I couldn't even take my shirt off at a festival once because I'm like, oh, what if they look at my back and like, they're like, oh, that's disgusting. Like, there's a lot that goes into this. And if I was smarter and if I knew the stuff that I'm telling you now, like, my entire life would have been different. But when I started, there was no internet that was talking about this. It was a very taboo subject. Like, if you took steroids, like, that was a really big deal, you know? So no one openly spoke about it, where now it's so popular that no one actually talks about the whole negative side of things. Because yes, I could sit here all day long and tell you how fucking great they are, because it does make you feel like Superman. It does have you on the top of the world. It does boost your confidence. When you look better, when you're stronger, when you're more confident, you attract more people, you attract better things. But you have to remember, guys, and this is something that I learned this year, is any situation that can cause you the most happiness and the most joy could also cause you the most amount of heartache, the most amount of anger, and the most amount of aggression. It just depends on how that circumstance turns out. And it's very, very hard to deal with on steroids. And you do need to be in a very good mental place in order to be able to take a step back sometimes and like realize that. Because I've seen way too many people and I've seen way too many friends go down this route. They didn't get as lucky as me. I had one friend take steroids, and he and his girlfriend weren't in the best place, took steroids, ended up coming off steroids, had that massive hormone dip, got extremely depressed, and crashed his car into a wall. Like, you guys don't understand, like, this shit can really fuck with you. So I just wanted to give you guys both sides, because I do promote steroids a lot and I will continue to promote them, but I need to promote them in a better manner. I need to promote them in a safe manner, because it's getting out of hand on how many 16, 17-year-old kids are destroying their life because they just don't even have the knowledge going into this. Because I see some of the DMs that I get, and they're already on steroids and they don't even know what a post-cycle therapy is. They don't know how to come off them. They have gyno. They don't know even what an anti-estrogen is to bring their estrogen down. They don't even know that testosterone converts to estrogen. So that's why I feel it was so important that I just wanted to make this video. And that is why I took the last video down, because I got 2 of the testosterones. Like, I knew exactly what I was trying to say, but I missaid it in the video, and I do not want any wrong information getting out to the kids and the people that are going to be watching this. I'm going to roll yesterday's gym clip where we were with E-Man. It's a sick clip because there's a lot of things that are happening in my life right now that I hope that I'm going to be able to share with you in the coming weeks. It's really motivated me to push harder in the gym and push harder on this diet, and really take that stepping stone of like, okay, I pushed myself pretty hard to get here, but I know I can take myself even farther, and let's see how far I can push my mentality in a positive way. And yeah, so I feel I've grown up a lot, and I know this isn't usually one of the videos that I would post because I know I do try to put on the act of like crazy man, like just that crazy guy. But this is a serious discussion. So I hope you liked it. And if you do have any questions, shoot them in the comments because I know our community is amazing. And if people have questions, usually people answer them in the comments. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the gym. Guys, so Gorilla Mind's newest, craziest drop. This is lightning. This has over 600. You want a panic attack? If you want to feel like you have schizophrenia, you need to fucking try this. Because you will lose your fucking mind. It's ridiculous. Because we're going to find someone that's Chinese, and we're going to play one hand of Baccarat. And if we win, Emmanuel's getting all the profits. So the first thing is we need to find somebody that resembles a Chinese person, and we need to ask them player or banker. Oh, excuse me. You're the closest Chinese person that we can find in the gym today. Do you want player or banker?
Player.
Player. You heard it here. So now we're gonna see if we win. And if we lose, we're gonna go beat that kid up. Player? Player? That's all in. We're all in, baby. 0, 4, 7. Yes! Yes! You just got a fucking payday, baby. Now, my filmer is gonna put 4 times the amount of effort into the video we're about to film. You don't get it. All this shit was strategic. That's $160 he just got paid today. For 1 hour. You know, brain surgeons make $160 an hour. That's what it's like working for Mark Plummer.
Yeah.